Neon flickering like a tired urban prayer. Static in the silence, heavy in the midnight air. I found my sanctuary in the cracks of pavement stone. Ancient frequencies vibrating through my marrow and bone. No validation sought from a glowing digital screen. Just the weight of the truth and the spaces in between. The city hums a melody of struggle and grace. Time slows down, leaving tracks across my face. Moonlight reflecting on the dark asphalt, finding the remedy inside of every fault. Elevated mind, rhythmic soul, steady pace. Searching for the spirit in this concrete space. They trade their souls for a moment in the artificial light. I'd rather walk with the ghost through the velvet of the night. Dealer on the pocket, swing heavy, never straight. Patience is the virtue when you're standing at the gate. Organic evolution, peeling back the synthetic skin. The revolution isn't outside, it's breathing from within. It's the alchemy of lead turning into gold. A story of the prophets that was never really told. Behind the beat, we find a heartbeat. On the dark asphalt, finding the remedy inside of every fall. Elevated mind, rhythmic soul, steady pace. Searching for the spirit in this concrete space. Yeah. Diaspora whispers through the cracks in the wall. Hell and wisdom rising, refusing to fall. My DNA is a library, dusty and deep, while the rest of the world is just faking their sleep. I don't need the glitz, keep the gold in the chrome. I'm building a temple inside of my home. It's that me, oh soul healing, that organic vibration. The rhythmic soul search for a displaced nation. Tune into the ancient frequency, beyond the noise of the modern vacancy. We're the children of the sun, moving behind the beat, finding the rhythm where the soul and the street meet. Soul and the street meet. The heart is the map, I'm avoiding the trap. conscious flow in the gap. Watch the universe snap. My speech is like jazz, improvising free. A spiritual mirror of who I'm meant to be. No synthetic polish, just the heat of the tape. The struggle is real, but there's beauty in the shape. Layering the truth, keeping the message on track. The ancestors calling and I'm calling them back. It's the alchemy of lead turning into gold. A story of the prophets that was never really told. Behind the beat we find a heartbeat. Mirror on the wall, but the glass is distorted. Memories of a kingdom somehow misreported. I'm distilling the pain, turning lead into wine. In a world that's designed to colonize the mind. But I've got the 736 in my soul's progression, turning every trauma into a spiritual lesson. No 808 thumping, just the pulse of the earth, counting every heartbeat for what it's really worth. Reflections in the gold, honey in the dark. Listen to the roads when it starts to bark. We're the alchemist of the urban gray, turning midnight sorrow into a brand new day. Gold in the mirror, yeah, we see it now, transforming the energy. Stay in the pocket, stay in the pocket, behind the beat, behind the beat. Shadows dancing on the ceiling of Rome. A heavy scent of jasmine cutting through the bloom. The industry is hollow, a hall of neon lights. But I'm tasting the truth through these obsidian eyes. I'm the daughter of the struggle, the student of the blues, refusing to play by the rules that they choose. The clouds are heavy, but the stars are still there, exhaling the weight into the midnight air. Underneath the obsidian sky, we don't need a reason to wonder why. Just the proving our test and the fire in our eyes, watching the evil as it finally bites. Checking my reflection in the steam of the shower, counting every minute, every wasted hour. You promised me a garden, but you gave me the weed, ignoring the spirit and its fundamental needs. I'm reclaiming my time, my space, and my name, stepping out the circle of this repetitive game. No synthetic validation, no plastic applause, just the sound of the soul and its natural laws. Underneath the obsidian sky, watching the ego as it finally dies. Oh, resilience is quiet, resilience is deep. It's the secret we keep while the city's asleep, plucking the strings of the internal heart. The shadows are long, but the vision is sharp. Collecting interest on a soul that I never sold, trading my diamonds for a truth that was never told. The block is hot, but my spirit is staying cool, refusing to be another pawn or a corporate tool. They want the rhythm, but they never want the blues. Extracting the culture while we're paying all the dues. It's a vibrational debt, it's systemic taxation, mental incarceration across a grieving nation. I'm speaking in 13s, jazz chords and M9s, reading the gospel written between the lines. No synthetic shine, just the grit of the street, keeping my integrity while I'm moving my feet. Pay the debt with the love in your chest, put the ego and the vanity to a final rest. Behind the beat where the ancestors stay, walking the path in a rhythmic way. The television screens are just digital cages, writing my own story on these analog pages. The industry is hollow, just a ghost in a suit, but I'm staying grounded, collected to the root, like Lauryn in the attic or D'Angelo in the hall, waiting for the spirit to finally give the call. This unquantized life, no grit on my heart, mastering the silence, making it a work of art. From the concrete tabernacle to the Obsidian Sky, we don't need a permit to learn how to fly. Pay the debt with the love in your chest, put the ego and the vanity to a final rest. Behind the beat where the ancestors stay, walking the path in a rhythmic way. The debt is spiritual. Check the frequency. Check the frequency. Yeah, the debt is spiritual. Check the frequency. Check the debt, the debt is spiritual. Check the frequency. Check the frequency. No 808s in the sanctuary, just a pocket. The breakfast table holds the weight of ghosts I never knew. Drinking bitter coffee, staring at a sky that isn't blue. My grandmother's kitchen had a smell of cedar and of pride. Everything she felt, she learned, but keep it tucked inside. I'm walking through the same halls, wearing different shoes, trying to find the parts of me I'm terrified to lose. It's not just the concrete, it's the pressure in the air, the burden of the questions that nobody wants to share. Breaking through the inherited silence tonight, looking for the truths beneath the heavy city light. I am more than the shadows, more than the scars, mapping out the journey by the flicker of the stars. They talk about a soft era like it's something I can buy, but peace is not a product, it's a wing that's learned to fly. I've spent too many seasons trying to fit into their frame, forgetting that my spirit doesn't need to have a name. The water in the basin reflects a woman I respect, healing all the pieces that the world tried to neglect. No longer seeking mirrors in the eyes of pressing men, writing my own story with a steady, honest pen. Breaking through the inherited silence tonight, looking for the truth beneath the heavy city light. I am more than the shadows, more than the scars, mapping out the journey by the thinker of the stars. It's the shedding of the winter, the blooming of the flower, a version of myself that was waiting to be born. The roots go deeper than the asphalt can reach, listening to the lessons that the silence has to teach. Breaking through the inherited silence tonight, looking for the truth beneath the heavy city light. I am more than the shadows, more than the scars, mapping out the journey by the flicker of the stars. I am the daughter of the dust and the red clay soil, a silver thread woven through generations of toil. I found the map inside the marrow of my hands, carrying the secrets of the ancient burning sands. The noise of the world is a fever, a restless ghost, but I am more to the spirit, a pillar at the coast. Searching for the water that can quench the inner fire, lifting my heavy head above the tangled wire. No longer feeding the hunger of a hollow clown, I'm digging up the seeds that they buried in the town. It's a long walk home to a place I've never seen, finding the sanctuary in the spaces in between. Breathing the legacy, exhale the breath, walking through the shadows of another urban day. The breath of the fibers is moving through my chest, putting and the ego to a final rest. My skin is a parchment where the history is drawn. A quiet revolution rising just before the dawn. They tell me I am small, but my spirit is a sea, reflecting all the versions of the woman I will be. I'm shedding the heavy winter, the armor in the name, refusing to be fuel for a cold and distant flame. Healing is a linear, it's a circle in the dark, finding the light within the tiniest glowing spark. The ancestors are whispering beneath the heavy street, guiding the direction and the rhythm of my feet. I am a prayer that survived the bitter night, stepping out of the darkness and into my own light. Breathe in the legacy, exhale the grave, walking through the shadows of another urban day. The breath of the fathers is moving through my chest, putting the vanity and the ego to a final rest. The seeds were planted in the middle of a storm, keeping the shivering spirit silent and warm. I watched the seasons turn from silver to gold, listening to the stories that the winter had told. There's a garden growing underneath the floor, a quiet strength I never recognized before. I don't need the thunder to prove I am here, just the steady pulse that's finally becoming clear. It's the quiet harvest of a long, lonely night, gathering the wisdom by the fading light. The fruit is heavy, but the burden is small, finding my balance as the shadows grow tall. The kitchen is empty, but the table is set, paying off the spirit and the internal debt. I stopped looking for answers in a crowded room, finding the fragrance in the midnight blue. The world is a river that's moving too fast, but I'm holding on to the things that will last. No longer afraid of the stillness or the doubt, feeding the flame with a single holy spark. It's the quiet harvest of a long, lonely night, gathering the wisdom by the fading light. The fruit is heavy, but the burden is small, finding my balance as the shadows grow tall. The roots have reached the bottom of the well, breaking the surface under heavy science spell is a slow rise and a patient kind of break. Looking at the woman in the mirror's face, it's the quiet harvest of a long, lonely night, gathering the wisdom by the fading light. The fruit is heavy, but the burden is small. Finding my balance as the shadows grow tall. The mirror isn't silver, it's a deep and ancient well, breaking every silence and every heavy spell. I see the girl I was and the woman I've become, marching to the rhythm of a different, distant drum. The city is a whisper now, a shadow on the wall. I found the inner balance that refuses to let me frown. No longer chasing echoes in a hall of painted glass, watching all the vanity and the empty promises pass. My spirit is a garden that's finally in bloom, leaving all the bitterness in a cold and empty room. I am the quiet water, I am the steady ground, finding all the lost things that were waiting to be found. Everything I needed was already in my chest. Putting all the searching and the wondering to rest. The mirror is a window to a soul that's finally free, reflecting all the light that was always inside of me. The ancestors are smiling in the flicker of the flame, giving every struggle a new and holy name. I'm weaving all the lessons into a fabric made of gold, a story of resilience that's finally being told. No more seeking shelter in the shadow of a lie, underneath the infinite and the vast obsidian sky. The breath is deep and steady, the heart is open wide, nowhere left for the ego or the fear to ever hide. It's a long, slow rising, a patient kind of grace, recognizing the divinity in my own tidy phase. The journey wasn't outward, it was always down within, finding where the healing and the true self finally begin. Everything I needed was already in my chest. Everything I needed was already, putting all the searching and the wandering to rest. Putting all the searching. The mirror is a window to a soul that's finally free, reflecting all the light that was always inside of me.